What's up, guys? It's me, Alan, and I'm back with another video today. And today we have another NASCAR Authentics Wave 3 Diecast review. And this is one of two cars that came out in this wave. These were the diecast versions of the car and truck that were driven at Homestead for the season finale last year. These are the champions of, the season. So this one, it's a truck. And as we all know, we know who the champion was. Matt Crafton. And his number 88 Jack Link's Menards Ford for Thor Sport Racing. Now, what's funny about this is that Crafton didn't win a race all year, and yet he outran everybody, the people he needed to outrun. He got enough points, made the playoffs, got, through the rounds, got to the final four, and when it was all said and done, he was the one ahead of everybody else. He didn't win the race. Austin Hill won. One of the few times we've seen where the guy that wins the championship doesn't win the race. But either way, that doesn't matter, really. You just need to be the guy that's in front of everyone else to win the championship with these playoffs. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as the video goes on. But let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. This is the second Matt Crafton truck to get released in Authentics. He had one released last year, which I have over there, and I've reviewed it actually. We've seen Grant Enfinger, we've seen Ben Rhodes, Chase Briscoe all get trucks released. Brett Moffitt and his championship truck got released. All of that was in the Gold Series that was not released in Authentics. Ross Chastain had a diecast that got released in Authentics. But we've yet to see, a guy like Johnny Sauter get one release. Hope to see that, someday in the future. But anyway, here's the truck. But before we get to that, we have the Gander Outdoors Truck Series Championship sticker. It's a little bent, but no big deal. So now, onto the diecast. So, looking at this, I've heard from people in the past that say they don't like how you have the Gander up. And look at this, it's actually not even straight. But they don't like how you have the championship banner on the roof rather than the number. And I honestly, I think I can agree with that. I think this and the diecast I'm going to review are the first two that I have that are like this, because the Brett Moffitt one is not like that. It's the race win version of the truck. But yeah. All right, that windshield's in there in place. So let's go ahead. Let's look at this. And we got a little paint chip right there. That looks about right. Much like the Ryan Blaney diecast I reviewed yesterday, that's also in this wave. You got the Dayglow Yellow, the Menards, and Jack Links on the truck. Got another paint chip there on the splitter. You got the playoff one championship sticker right there. And honestly, a lot of people, had a problem with Crafton winning the championship because he didn't win a race all year, and yet in the playoffs, it's like, as long as you can get through the rounds, when you get to the final four, it doesn't matter. Everybody's equal in points, and it just matters who finishes first, or who finishes the highest. They got their sticker right there also is crooked. And a little page up there. But personally speaking, I like it, and I'm gonna get crap for this, but the reason why I like it that way is you make it to first of all, to make it to the playoffs, whether you won or you pointed your way in, or by which I mean you got your way in on points, you're one of the, whether, 16 or so best in the whole deal, to make it that far. And then, and some will dispute that, like, well, what about, Chris Buescher in 2017, I believe, he won Pocono off a rain slash fog delay, and got in and didn't do much in the playoffs. And, things happen, I mean, if Justin Haley was competing full time in Cup last year, his win at Daytona, due to rain delay and him being in the lead, of course, he probably wouldn't have done well, in the playoffs. But that doesn't really matter, in my opinion. What matters is that it happened. If you make the playoffs, you make it to the playoffs. And then when you're in the playoffs, you need to prove why you're there, why you are one of the 16 that have to go through these rounds to compete for the championship. And I get it, older fans don't like it. There are even some younger fans like me who, my age, who don't like it. I'm probably one of the few that do like it, and it's situations like these where Crafton, who didn't win a race all year, he's kind of been struggling the last couple of years, and going into the season, he hadn't won a race all this year until a couple races ago, where he finally snapped that winless streak. Oh, they got the vent the sticker that's supposed to represent the vent right there. They got that crooked too. But the way I see it, there's a reason for that. You're there because, again, you won, or you pointed your way in. You belong in the playoffs. You're one of the 16, and now you have to prove why you're there. And I get it. Rex and stuff like that, they do play a role, in these. They can decide your playoff fate. But if you don't get wrecked out or whatever, it's basically all about, not making mistakes yourself, not getting caught up in other people's messes, not causing your own problems with your race. And at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, your playoff performance is going to get looked at. It's going to get scrutinized. And so again, when the other three guys could have outran Crafton at Homestead in the finale, and early on, that's what it was looking like. But it's a combination of the driver, the equipment, the pit strategies, and at the end of the day, Crafton had the best race out of the 4 championship contenders, and he won the championship, rightfully so. And it was a couple years ago in Cup, we had the big three. What was it? Kyle Busch, Harvick, and Truex. They were just winning everything. And then Joey Logano also made the Final Four, and he ended up passing Martin Truex Jr., and he won the championship. He outran Martin Truex Jr. for the win, and that's just what happens. You got to be on your A game all the way through. One mistake, and you're done. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.